going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, back with another video. Look what we have here, a VYRUS. This is one of the rarest motorcycles. They make about 10 a year of those things. This is the original VYRUS, as far as I know at least. Came with this Zard exhaust, very interesting. It's based on a Ducati motor, and it makes up to Ducati R motor. Sorry, you can see it has a dry clutch, but yeah, this thing should be making about 170, 180 horsepower, but it's not really about that. This is one of these bikes that is the only other bike that I know that has a front swing arm. Unlike any other bike, if you guys notice, there's absolutely no forks on this thing. So this is my first time riding a bike, not only a VYRUS, but also a bike that doesn't have front suspension. The only other bike that is like this is actually a bike that I want, which is the Bimota Tezzy H2. That's a bike that is on the list. Hopefully one day we'll get it. Either add it to my H2, H2R, and Tezzy H2 collection, or possibly, you know, sell one of my other crazy bikes and trade it in maybe to something else. We're gonna go on a little ride. We're gonna film some content. He is a drone expert. Look at that Diavel. That is the nicest Diavel I've ever seen. Diavel carbon wheels, insane rotors, insane everything. Oh, could we take it off?
You want to?
If it's too complicated, it's all right. Not a big deal. Okay. Yeah, we wanted to take off. The other mirror was.
I'm gonna follow you guys.
Okay, sounds good. The other mirror was off, so we wanted to take off the other mirror, clean her up a little bit, but it's okay. We'll just go on the ride, and we'll figure out later. Let's see. First time riding this thing. I'm assuming it's gonna be regular shifting, not GP shifting. So look at that suspension on the side. This thing is insane. But yeah, I'm most excited to try this front swing arm setup because there's going to be no dive when you're braking, when the bike dives. This is not going to have that. As you guys can see, it's a full carbon setup. It's technically a naked bike, you know what I mean? But it also has a body of a super bike. I mean, look at the frame. The carbon frame with like the carbon, I don't even know what you call that, because it's kind of like the H2 style of, you know, like a tubular frame, except that it's not tubular frame slash subframe. It's all a mix. It's like the front part of the frame, then the center, and then the subframe, and just a carbon tail behind it. But yeah, this motorcycle is about 12 years old. It's a 2013, if I believe, which is absolutely insane. So let's see how she rides, especially with the R motor and everything. It's supposed to be super light. The fuel light is on. The fuel light is on. Should we get gas?
It should be full.
Oh, it's just the... Okay. Turn radius is not bad. What's that? Interesting. It's a little heavy backing up. Okay. Okay. So clutch release is really low. Oh, it has a quick shifter, so that's good. Very interesting seating position. This bike needs gas right away when you stop. It sounds like a Ducati, but why does it keep dying like that? Interesting. It has an auto blipper up and down, actually. That is very impressive for a bike that is 13 years old. It's actually crazy because it's been a very long time. Last time I rode was on my H2R with the Kawasaki RS. If you guys missed that video, go check it out because that was absolutely nuts. Yeah, she feels like she always needs to be on the gas. It's definitely not the smoothest bike, but honestly, for a 13-year-old bike, I don't think I've ever ridden a bike this old, actually. Yeah, whenever I'm holding in the clutch, I have to hold it all the way down. The clutch release is really low. You told me to take off. she goes. Oh, I'm starting to feel what people say about the old Ducatis, especially with that frame and everything. Oh, now it goes into neutral? This whole time I was trying to find neutral and it wouldn't find it. And then I hit a false neutral going to second. It's just impressive to me how this feels, especially, oh, this is a crazy Ferrari. He was telling me you should go try to catch that crazy Ferrari. Oh my god. The things you see in LA is actually nuts. First gear is very rowdy on this. She's a torquey bike. I mean, it is, I think it is about 1100 cc's. She definitely gets thrown around really nicely. I love low-key the setup with not having the front forks. The way, like, when I brake, there's absolutely no dive. Did it again, false neutral. Yeah, it is definitely a very finicky motorcycle. But it does not have OG Ducati sound, so beautiful. She is rowdy. That front suspension is definitely a very, very tricky thing. It's definitely one of those that you need time to get used to. Drop a comment and like and subscribe, please, if you guys are enjoying this. Look at that, we're riding in beautiful LA, Santa Monica. Usually not my favorite place to ride because crazy drivers, crazy traffic, not the best roads, but we're in the nicer areas riding a very, very exclusive motorcycle. And you guys know me, I absolutely love riding those super rare exclusive motorcycles, just because, you know, they're a different riding experience. I've ridden so many motorcycles right now that it's kind of like boring riding, like, let's say an S1000 or dare I say even the M1000s are a little boring now, because, you know, they're just so standard with the way they ride and feel. So whenever it's something unique like this, that's kind of what attracts my attention. There he goes. Yeah, this bike is fast. He definitely hooks up. I mean, the bike felt super light. I think online it says it's about 150 or 170 kgs with 170 to 180 horsepower, but in kilograms, I believe that isn't that around. Actually, that's really light. Now that I'm thinking about it, that has to be dry weight because that's about 300 pounds. But it does feel like a very, very light motorcycle. Hey, I found neutral. Oh my god, of course I found neutral, and right away it's a green light. But at least I'm getting used to the clutch now, to the way it feels. Found neutral again, let's go. See, everybody, you just gotta get the hang of it. And also, I'm not wearing my riding shoes because they did not plan this ride at all. We're actually going pew pew, if you know what I mean. Check out my second channel. I know I haven't been posting there, but I have some complications that I might or might not share with you guys, some personal life things. So yeah, excuse me if I'm taking some time off. I'm supposed to be actually taking some time off, but this opportunity came through, so you know what I mean. I was like, I have to ride this thing. You know, you guys know me. If it's bikes or if it's pew pew, I have my obsession with those, and I can't say no. You know what I mean? When somebody's like, hey, would you like to ride this? I'm like, of course, why wouldn't I? Definitely, this is killing my OCD aesthetic. We need to delete that mirror, and I think it's gonna look way more like sharp, like an arrow. Also, I need to know more about like all the buttons that it has on it, because it has all these like dials and numbers and all, which is something new and I'm not very used to. But that Ducati, he's getting to me, especially sitting in traffic and all. Okay, so she does not have wheelie control. I wanted to test that real quick because it felt like it does, but it's just I wasn't giving her enough beans for her to actually send it like that. It could use a cleaner dash, I would say. But that being said, it's a very similar dash to the HP4 Race, kind of analog and racy. So it does work. It just needs to be I don't know. It's a crazy bike. It needs to be a little more cleaner, a little more modern. Sorry guys, excuse my friend here. He is not from here, so he doesn't know the riding laws. So he doesn't know all the riding laws and everything. Look at this satin black Rolls Royce. This dude is plugging his ears as if these motorcycles are obnoxious. It's not that deep, bro. Come on. I mean, that Diablo is a bit louder than this thing, but it's not ear piercing like the H2, the H2R, the HP4 Race, the Extrenta, and the exhaust is here, by the way. I'll throw in a little picture for you guys because that is very, very exciting. I'm not gonna lie, the front different suspension setup is really cool and unique. It feels different. It doesn't feel as different as I expected it to. There's definitely like no dive but I feel like you'll feel it a lot more if you're riding on the track, if you're riding on the canyon, you know, something more aggressive where you actually are braking really hard and therefore feeling that dive, like, you know. Because like the thing is, the suspension on most of my bikes are very stiff because it's set up kind of like more for track issues, therefore it always feels similar, you know what I mean? Like I really don't get too much of like the dive and all that because my suspension is somewhat stiff, but it definitely feels different. I do know that I was told that changing the tires or like basic service though is very, very difficult because of the new suspension, because of the front swing arm. So I don't know if at the end of the day it's worth it if it's something you want to ride all the time, but at the end of the day it's cool to experience because, you know, if I do get the Tezzy H2 one day, I'll know how this kind of feels, and it's kind of like I expected it to. I just really like the way like this bike gets thrown around, and I think a lot of that is because of that front suspension and just how light it is. It's a different feeling. It feels lighter up front, like way lighter up front. This thing is so torquey that you almost never really need to be in first gear, to be honest. The bike is not bad heat-wise when you're actually going and getting airflow in. It was just pretty hot when we're sitting at lights and we're going really slow. That's when it was pretty bad. Not the twisties we want to hit usually, but hey, it's good to feel this bike slightly being thrown around as I put it into neutral again. She handles well though, that's good. I just realized that the speedometer is right here on the corner. Took me a sec, but for whatever reason, this bike is really heavy to back up. Okay, we're just gonna put her in neutral. Much easier to move this bike around off the bike. It's actually surprisingly a pretty tall bike for what it is. There she goes. The key position is also interesting, but I kind of like it. It's off to the side, it's not in your face, so it definitely looks cool. There she is though, the VYRUS. Very, very interesting riding experience. It does have the Ducati engine, so it has that roar and feel of a Ducati. The clutch was a little finicky, but we figured it out. And yeah, mainly that front swing arm is what's so shocking and different about it. It's definitely a cool experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Very different. We'll probably ride her back again, so I'll probably film a little bit more. Maybe on the ride back I'll do less talking and more just pure ride. Enjoy the sound of this thing. So, you know, for those that enjoy those type of videos. So I don't know if I'll be doing a separate video or continue with this, depending on how long this is, but hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like, subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one, and hopefully more exotic bikes to ride in the future. Peace out and ride safe.